Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today I thought we'd try our hand at a cute little glass snowman. And I don't know if you can see all over my tablecloth, there's all these cute little white beads. Well, that's because I started to tape this, and you're going to be surprised at what these little beads do. I've never worked with them before. So let's just get started and I'll explain. So first of all, I went to Dollar Tree and I picked up 2 glass bowls, and these are exactly the same bowls, but I filled this one up already with these little styrofoam snow balls. So now I'm going to show you why I had to start filling the bowl, because now I also bought this little tiny bowl. It's a little bit smaller than these are, and so that's going to be the snowman's head. But I started to fill them, and the beads kept bouncing all over, like Mexican jumping beans. Have you ever seen those before? They are made out of styrofoam, so I'm sure it's the static, but watch. I put them in and they bounce back out. I put them in and they bounce back out. Can you see that? It's so crazy. So I was trying to get most of them in there before I started the video, and sometimes they want to stick to my fingers. It's been crazy. So I tried to get them going because it does take a little bit to get it full, and I wanted it full. So I'm going to try to get the rest of these in there really quick. So all of these, even the snow, it was bought from Dollar Tree. It comes like this, and it wanted to even stick in the bag. I've just never worked with it before, so I wasn't used to it. It could have something to do with our weather. We do have snowy, cold weather, and usually there's more static around for that type of stuff, but that type of weather. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try to get the rest of these in here, and I think it should be full enough for what we're going to do. But let's just see. So my husband, I don't know if you can hear the snow blower going outside. He's outside doing the snow. And I thought it would be a good day since it has been so snowy and crazy. And it's almost Valentine's Day. Tomorrow will be Valentine's Day. And I've already made all those different Valentine crafts. And I thought, let's change it up and do something cute, but maybe something snowy since it's still snowy. I'm making a little bit of progress. I put 5 in and 3 jump out. Put 5 in and 2 jump out. I think I did it. All right. I think that's most of them anyway. All right, so what we're going to do now, and this I was planning on using more of these, but I'm a little nervous about it, but we'll just see how it works. Okay, so I also bought this scarf, and it's also from Dollar Tree, and I just thought it was kind of pretty, and so we're going to use that. So I took the bottom one, obviously, and I filled it with those little styrofoam beads, which look like snow. And then I thought I would take and make a layer with this. I'm going to use this side since the tag's on this side. I don't know if there's a prettier side. I'll go ahead and use it like this. So now I was going to fill this. Now I've not made one of these before. I just had an idea. But I have seen people make some of the snowmen before. I just think I'm doing it a little bit different than what they do. So we're going to go ahead and open another one of these. This is going to be interesting because I'm going to try to do it again. I don't know if the bag makes them all staticky. I don't really know what it is that's making them staticky. None of these are going in. Oh, there they go. Wow. So it's going to be another big mess. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is the weirdest stuff. I don't think I'll ever work with it again. It's cute, but wow. It's crazy. Okay. So I'm going to try to I'll just push these in. I'm going to fill this up with them as much as I possibly can, and then I'll be back. All right, see you in a little bit. So I'm trying to fill the scarf up so that it's full inside there. I think if I cut the scarf now, we should be good. I mean, I could have just crammed the scarf in there, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to look full because this is going to be her clothing because our snowman's going to have some pretty clothes on. So I think we should be okay now. Okay, so let's see. That sits on top. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to work. So this is what we have, guys. This is what we have so far. I also bought this at the Dollar Tree. It says homemade on it. We're going to put that in the back because it'll be upside down the way we're going to use it. Okay, but what we're first going to do is screw this little top off. You can use it as a candle holder, this little jar. It's really cute. But we're not going to do that. We're going to screw the top off. We're going to take our trusty Mop and Glow. You know we've used this before. And I'm going to pour the Mop and Glow in here because we're going to put some pink glitter in here. So we're going to swish this all around. We're going to try to get it on all sides like we've done this before for different projects. And then we're going to pour out the excess. Set the excess to the side. Well, actually, I'll keep it over here. No, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it over this. So then I have pink glitter that I had bought. It came in a pack, like a 12-pack. I believe it was from Hobby Lobby. I couldn't tell you how much it was, but you can use any glitter you want. It doesn't matter. I'm going to just open it up, and I'm going to pour it inside. And then I'm going to take it and shake it around, and I'm going to try to cover all the sides. And I'm not sure if this part's going to show or not. It shouldn't actually. So we can actually pour the rest back in if we can. Okay, I'm going to set this on here. Okay, so here's what we have then. All glittered up and pretty, ready to go. I'm going to close up the glitter. So we're going to make a rim for her hat. And I was going to cut a hole in it and put it around there, but now I'm trying to think differently. Let me see. Because I kind of don't want to put the hole in it because I'm afraid if I do, and then I set it on top of that bowl that has all those balls in it, the balls are going to go up into the hat, and I don't want that to happen. So, like I said, I have not made one of these yet. Okay, so I think we're just going to leave it like this, and then we're going to try to screw the top back on. And this is just a piece of felt. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, you know, the usual places, Michael's. You could probably get it at Walmart. Probably the dollar store, but I'm not sure. I've never bought it there yet before. So now we're just going to, this is going to be her hat, so it's going to go this way. So now we're just going to go around and we're going to make it round. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you might want it to be a little floppier than if it was a boy hat. You want it to be more of a girly hat, so you can leave it a little longer. So we're just going to cut around. This is actually kind of a good little craft for kids too, but I do think maybe use the regular snowflakes that you can get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I do love Dollar Tree, but I'm not a big fan of those snowflakes. They look really cute in there though. They look really cute. But wow, they were a real mess, and if you're going to do it with kids, that's going to be a real mess. Okay, so we can always make it more even or do what we want with it afterwards. But I'm going to pull this over, and I'm going to try to set this on top without losing all my snowballs. Okay. Wow. So now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these together. And I'm not sure how I feel about the hat yet. We might have to do more to it. But let's just start. I'm going to start by taking these couple apart. And I'm just going to move it a little bit and put some glue in there. Oh, I know I started this, but I think it went off because I've been taking so long. Okay, so we're going to have to wait a minute on that. Okay. So I didn't like, this isn't really quite even enough, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit more off here. And then you'll just push it down. You can turn it any way you want when it's on there. I'm so afraid to pull stuff out of here, making a big mess. But I would kind of like to straighten this out a little more. So let's try that again. I'm going to just pull it over and make it a little more even. I didn't like how one side was kind of short. So always remember when you're doing crafts, you can usually fix something if you don't like it the way it is. Now we're going to go ahead around this rim and put some glue to keep it stable. I don't want to get too crazy messy with it. Okay, I'm going to do it right here also. All right. So now I think I'm going to put the hat on this part, and then we'll put them together. So we're going to turn it over and put this dark part inside the ball. And so I'm going to go around the rim. And I would rather, if there's excess glue sticking out, I would rather it was sticking out on the inside than on the outside. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick that in there, just like this. Okay. So I was going to leave this part for the back, since it says homemade, but it's upside down. So I'm going to put it in the back of my snowman. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the part that's supposed to be her clothing, and I'm going to turn it to the side I think is the prettiest, which I believe is this side where you can see all the pretty stuff. And so we're going to turn it this way, like that. So that's what we have so far. So I'm going to go ahead and go around the edge of this also. And we're going to glue that on. And then the hard part's done. All we have left is all the cute little decorating parts. Now the glue does dry pretty fast, so we want to do it kind of quickly. All right, it is already drying on me. All right, did I get that on there right? Okay. So here's what we have so far. It's already kind of cute. Now if it's not cut the way you want it, or you can always kind of shape it a little, or you just do what you want with it. But so far, that's what we have. So now that that part is ready and looking all cute, now we're going to go ahead, and I thought we'd take some more of this and kind of twist it around maybe to put around here so that it would match her outfit. But let's just see. I want to make it really tight, though, because the rim isn't real huge, and so we want the rim to show. So, yeah, I think if we do that, we'll be good. So we're going to twist it really tight. And then we're going to take this end that's not as pretty, and we're going to glue it in the back here. And we can always add, like, we can always twist more and more as we're putting it together. But for right now, we're just going to take this part, stick it back here. And honestly, I'm going to cut off a little bit of this. Okay. And then we're going to just, as we're going around our snowman, we're going to go ahead and twist our scarf tightly. We want it pretty tight. And we're going to just glue it as we go around. Stick it in there. And another reason to go ahead and use your scarf for this is because it's a pretty big like indention right here. And if we just used a ribbon, it kind of would get lost in there. So we're using something that's thicker. You could use a rope maybe. A rope would be cute too. Or, you know, they might have colored rope somewhere that you see. You can do stuff like that also. You can use whatever you want. I just thought this was a good, like, little idea. Okay, so we're going to just keep twisting tightly. Twist it. And turn. Twist and turn. So I thought this snowman would be cute, a little bit colorful and fun. A little girl snowman. Okay. So now we're getting to the back of it. We're going to go ahead and stick another big old chunk of glue in there. And push it on. Ooh, that one got me. Ooh, that was hot. Aw. All right. I should be using my little things that I bought from the dollar store for my fingers, but I always forget to get them out. But they do save your hands. Oof. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off in the back here. And then if you have some sticking out, you just glue it down. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. And we're going to go ahead and add a little more glue. Honestly, I need another glue stick. Okay. And I'm going to use a piece of this to help me push it down. I don't want to burn my finger again. So we'll go there and there. Hold it down for a second. Okay, I'm going to just let that dry for a minute. Okay. So here's what we have so far. She's already looking really cute, but she does need a face. So we'll come back here to where the front of her is, and we're going to use some paints, and we're going to make a face. So we need the black, the blue, the pink, the orange. So I thought we would first start with her eyes. First, I'm going to go ahead and make the eyebrows. Which are just small crescent shapes. Just like this. Now you can either do it really easily and do the opposite way and make little eyelashes, or you can have her eyes open. I think I'm going to do her eyes open. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is take some blue, and it's the one I have, let's see what the color, Brilliant Aquamarine Blue. It's very bright and pretty. Now these are all, let's see, they're all different. This is folk art. They're all different brands, but they are all acrylic paints. And so you can go ahead and use any acrylic paints you want. I'm just going to take the back of my brush, and I'm going to dip it in the blue, and I'm going to make her some eyeballs. I thought it would be cute to put the blue on there since she's dressed in blue. So that's all I have so far. Then I'm going to go ahead back to the black again and just make some eyelashes. Okay, so that's what I have so far for her eyes. Okay, so okay, so this is what I have for her eyes so far. Now we're going to go ahead and do her nose and see how it all comes together. And you might have to sometimes take some of the black and go back over some of your stuff because of it being on glass. It kind of, until it's dry, it kind of leaves it really faded. And so if you want it to look bold black, you'll have to kind of go over it again, which is what I'm doing right now. All right, I think a little of it I'm going to have to wait on. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make the nose with the orange. Now this is an acrylic, but it's Delta. You can pick up acrylic paints at any craft store, and you just pick out the color you want. The brand really doesn't make a lot of difference for this kind of thing because you're just doing a little crafty thing. It's really not going to make a big difference. I think I'm going to try to do the nose with this other. Okay. And we are going to have to let it dry in between, but that's what we have so far. And now we're going to do her mouth. So I thought we'd make her, instead of just a smile, I thought we'd make lips so that she looks more girly. So far all I did was two little round circles next to each other. But now we're going to go ahead and make an oval underneath that, and then I'll show you what we do from there. So you're doing kind of an oval underneath it. And then from there you can kind of shape it into lips. And then I'm also going to go right back and fix the nose again. Because the nose, like I said, with the glass, it doesn't get filled in very good. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the nose. We're going to do that real quick. Hopefully it's dry enough to add more. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to wait a little longer. Okay. So here's what we have so far. We can add some buttons. Okay. So we're going to go put buttons right down the middle. here's one button. You can do as many as you want. And the buttons, now these, I took them off an old shirt that I didn't care about anymore. But you can buy buttons also. You could probably buy them at the Dollar Tree even, but I'm not sure. You can buy them at craft stores. I'm sure Joann Fabrics for sure. And then I also thought, okay, so that's what I have so far. And then I also thought we could put some beads on her. And so I have these beads that I already had. I honestly don't know where from. They are still stuck together from something. And I was just going to maybe, I don't know if I should do it like a necklace or, I think I'm going to put it right up around her neck like a choker because it hides the glue a little bit too then. So every so often you'll just put a little tack of glue. When we get to the back, we're going to just chop it off where it ends. And then we're going to add some more glue to the end here. Push it together. So we're going to go ahead and go over her nose again. Okay, so the only thing we have left to do is make her cheeks. We want to give her a little bit of rosy cheeks. So I don't want too much paint on this, and I'm just going to take and I'm going to figure out where I want her cheeks to be, and I'm just going to pounce around on it a little. And I'll do it on this side too. And then you can always take your finger and kind of, actually that might be even better. Let's try that. Let's take our finger, and because it's on the glass, it wants to come right back off. And so here's our finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. If you did enjoy it, please like and share, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night. Bye.